Welcome back to the All Things ITSM Global Podcast. And with us now we have Ron Muns, who everyone tells me is Mr. HDI.
It's good to be here. Thank you very much.
And our co-hosts, as usual, Mr. Bolger.
Yes, indeed.
And Carlos.
Thank you.
So Ron, how have you found the conference so far? What have you?
Quite good.
Yeah.
I'm in a little different role this time.
Yes.
For 20 years or so, I was the guy running the show with
Yeah.
a couple of interruptions in the middle with different corporate hiccups. But anyway, they've done a good job of taking care of it, and it's a very good organization, and it's a love fest every year, people coming together and hugging and supporting each other and making it happen.
Yeah,
So,
that's what these conferences are
so
about.
this year I'm on the other side. I've actually, as of last October, started the certification game, and we're vendors now.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about Certification Game.
Well, Certification Game is a new type of learning company. A lot of people have developed learning programs, and they have PowerPoint slides, and they have, this kind of a weigh-me-down attitude. You've got to get through it before you can take your exam.
Yep.
I like to say that if you love your customers, you'll get your front line trained. If you love your front line, you won't make them sit through boring classes. And so what we've done by merging my relationship with the E-Learning Guild and my history with HDI, we've come up with a course that takes both of those skills into effect so that people have a fun environment. We did a hackathon or design-a-thon when we first started to get a whole bunch of people in the room for a number of hours, and they pitched ideas for what is the best model for e-learning. And so we came out with a lot of those. The winner really focused on choose your own adventure. That was the thing that this person came up with. But out of that and other research, we came up with 10 elements of world-class e-learning. And we want those in every one of our courses. Can't give you all of our secret sauce, but I'll give you a little bit. But it does include stories. People like to follow a story. People like games. And we're not talking about simple games. We've got a very expensive world-class game developer that's building real games for us. He's building a game engine for different segments of it, which we'll be able to use in later courses. So games, and of course we use gamification, which people like with badges and leaderboards and stuff, and social networking and more. So it's the most fun and engaging. You can get through a course and pass an exam, or you can get through a course and feel like you've already done the job. And so what we want to do is to make people feel like they're ready to go. So that's what it's all about. And our first course is the Support Center Analyst to help pass HDI's certification, and the next one is IDLE Foundation, and very highly likely with a handshake arrangement, we're going to do a KCS training course. It's really exciting. I was only retired for 7.5 years. I just couldn't do it anymore.
No. Yeah, got to keep busy.
Yeah.
So I'm actually delighted to see someone do this digitally, because there's a number of companies out there doing the kind of experiential learning kind of sessions and things like that. And there's even some board games out there where you can play, but no one has actually taken the leap to actually do the digital stuff first. And I think that was a huge hole in the market. So
our approach is to build the very best course by far. So we have a lot more fixed cost, but the variable cost is almost zero, less than $5 a course, we'll say. But you got to sell quite a few to make up for your costs.
Yeah, of course.
We'd rather take the chance of having no competitors in quality, even lowering our price, and doing it on volume. So we like to say, this is kind of silly, it's kind of like the thing I said a while ago about loving your employees and whatnot. But we like to say we're focused on creating certification training courses to help people pass important certifications to advance their careers, either enter a career or advance a career. And we're going to raise the middle class one certification at a time.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
So is this available now?
The demo for the first course is available. It'll be delivered by the end of April. And then the IDLE Foundation is probably August, maybe September, and then KCS by the end of the year.
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I would assume once that engine is built, it's a lot easier to get those next courses on top of them.
Yes, and right now we've got a game engine. An engine that you can throw all the parameters in it, but you can use it for other topical area. We are doing a call center simulation, and so we've got a couple of people committed already. But if anybody else wants to submit scripts from their call centers, we want to simulate real life environments, and then you'll be able to go through it and say, which do you think is the right answer? But then they'll be able to hear it and see it. It'll be fun.
I would imagine for other areas like problem management, for example, there'd be some great opportunities for games in those areas. And
it's possible just to do a problem management alone. and that's been talked about.
Because that requires a whole different set of skills.
It
And
does.
you know, if the best way to do that is experiential, is
And there's a
doing
lot
it.
of people
The
doing
doing.
that. A lot of
Yeah.
people doing
Yes.
that. So
Yep.
It's
anyway.
amazing how you remember something once you've actually
Get
Yeah.
burned by it?
remembering
Yeah.
stories
Yes.
or get burned by it. Yeah.
You know, when you're going through the course, then you can go on your social networking side. We're using a fabulous learning management system called Wisetail. And they've got this capability where you can put your pictures in there and you can go talk to somebody in Calgary or someone in New York.
So how do you like being out of retirement, coming back into the whole?
I really like it. I'm at a point in my life that where I can give directions and guidance and help make decisions, but I'm a terrible worker. So I don't work terribly hard, but it's fun, the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
But isn't it, you know, Patrick and I have had this conversation over the last few days here at the conference, you know, about just having that luxury of, you know, doing what you want to do, you know, and not being so tied into just, you know, it has to be down this track. And I think it opens up the mind to do a lot more things that are a little bit riskier maybe, but say, you know what, this is what I really feel needs to be done.
Yeah.
And I think the industry benefits, you know, tremendously from that.
The
so.
keynote today at the HDI conference helped me a bit. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but he talked about keeping creativity going.
Right.
And so
Yes.
Not learning from criminals. That wasn't the.
I think he said, you want to learn from criminals, you want to learn from Bill Gates, and everybody said criminals.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But no, it was really good because he talked about creativity. And I went back to my room and acted upon a few
Right.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it's nice to get takeaways from a conference that you actually can go back and use straight away.
Well, the thing came out of it is like our game engine. We thought, you know what, next year this may be a product on its own for people doing training in any field.
Very
Just
right.
take
Yeah.
our game engine and
You're right.
the capabilities
Yeah.
we're building, maybe other people
Yeah, they can pick up and run
can
with
pick up
and,
with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing, you know, and it's kind of interesting you're doing this, right? My wife's a special ed teacher, so she deals with a lot of learning disabilities and stuff. And there are a lot of different learning patterns, you know, visual learners and whatnot.
Yep.
And we really haven't seen anyone other, you know, trying to go different patterns. It's pretty traditional.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's in our school systems, and
Yes.
so there's no reason to believe why the professional side would be much different. Because that's how we do it, you know, in public schools and everything, so.
There's so much pressure on training departments.
Yes.
Next course, next course, next course. They never get to build it as good as they want to.
Yeah, and I mean, what I like to see with training is training that, as you say, you can actually feel like you've learnt how to do the job. You haven't just learnt the theory and the words.
Yeah.
You've actually got some idea of how to react and what to do when you're actually faced with that situation.
This is awesome, getting these questions.
Yeah.
But you know what's tough? What's tough too is how the courses are structured, right? So, you know why you're doing what you're doing, not just what is it is A or B. You know, and not really understanding that why. So,
Awesome.
Great.
Well, thanks a lot for your time today,
Thank you
Ron.
very much.
Lovely to
Thanks,
meet you.
Ron.
Thank you.
thank you, Ron.